Hello, fellow 29ers. I'm Mike, and I'm on Gigi Forever 29 train. I'm thrilled to be here. Gigi and Dr. Gilbert have another exciting episode for us. Buckle up because today they're diving into a topic close to our hearts, environmental stewardship. Why caring for the planet matters. As we journey through life, we often focus on personal growth, health, and happiness. But let's remember that our well-being is intricately connected to the health of our planet. Here's why. Today we are excited to introduce you to a knowledgeable collaborator who will share valuable environmental information. This episode will guide us to care for the planet, essential to staying young and fit. On Gigi Forever 29 train, we aim to inspire each other to stay young and believe that age is just a number. For our new listeners, we encourage you to listen to previous episodes if you still need to, so you can follow our guidelines. And for all of you, are you following the guidelines? It is essential to stick to our plan so we can stay focused and achieve our goals. Gigi tells us that we cannot fully enjoy our ride without adopting a healthy lifestyle, exercising our minds, and protecting our environment. These three practices are crucial for healthy travel. What are you waiting for? All aboard.
Hello, everyone. As Mike said, we have an exciting episode for you. As we announced in our last episode, we will focus on how Haiti can achieve sustainability without relying on foreign aid. This goal requires considering essential factors such as strong leadership and environmental stability. Just like our bodies need nourishment and exercise to thrive, the earth requires care and attention. When we protect our environment, we're also safeguarding our future. After all, who wants to live in a world with polluted air, contaminated water, and depleted resources, especially for our fellow Haitian passengers? Haiti is particularly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, including increased temperatures, more frequent and intense droughts, floods, and rising sea levels. Coastal areas are at risk of disappearing, and the country will face more devastating hurricanes and storms. Educate and advocate. Share your knowledge about environmental issues and encourage others to join the movement. Together, we can create positive change. Remember, our journey isn't just about reaching our destination. It's about leaving a legacy for future generations. So, fellow passengers, let's be stewards of this beautiful blue-green orb we call home. So we are excited to have Mr. Michel Legagneur, a member of ADIHA, the Association des Ingénieurs Haitian-Americans, and IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, as our expert guest to delve into this fascinating topic. Mr. Legagneur is an expert in environmental issues and demographic trends in Haiti and will hopefully be a regular contributor to our podcast. Without further delay, I present to you Michel Legagneur.
I appreciate the chance to contribute to your podcast, Gigi and Carl. It's an honor to share my insights with your audience and join your platform. I'm passionate about writing on environmental issues and the population growth in Haiti, and I'm eager to delve deeper into these topics. This is a fantastic opportunity, and I'm grateful for it. Hello to all my fellow 29ers. As Gigi mentioned, I am Michel Legagneur. I studied electrical engineering, math, physics at the Polytechnic University of New York St. John University. I also wrote about environmental issues and the demographic explosion in Haiti. The ecological complex of the terrestrial globe includes several unique systems. Each has its coherence, but together they give the complex its delicate balance. This balance is essential to the sustainability of animal, plant, and aquatic life. It is a sine qua non condition for an undisturbed atmosphere, which produces air and water, and guarantees abundance and sustainability. Access to these necessities is everyone's natural right. However, humans have certain other rights, such as access to food and decent housing with electricity and pure water, etc. There is above all his right to work. Enjoying all these other rights has required specific interventions on our ecological complex, which has had disastrous consequences for the environment throughout the ages. A sensitive, delicate ecosystem that all our interventions affect. An ecosystem in which we must necessarily make changes if it is a question of us surviving. This conflicting situation confronts the world, its inhabitants, and especially scientists, technicians in the human and physical sciences. After all, if there is a place where these sciences meet, it is the ecological place. The dimensions of the environmental slump are relatively known. Apart from the contamination of soil, air, and water by all kinds of pollutants, there is the increasingly pronounced rise in the temperature of the globe caused, according to scientists, by the massive use of fuels fossils, coal, oil, natural gas. The carbonic residues of the latter, carbon monoxide and dioxide, are concentrated in the atmosphere and produce the dreaded greenhouse effect, which disrupts and imbalances the ecological complex. It causes alarming phenomena on both sides of the globe. Unstable hydrological and climatic cycles, extreme precipitation of rain or snow accompanied by massive flooding, periods of intense drought creating alarming decreases in the water of rivers, streams, and aquifers, forest fires that burn millions of hectares of forest. Glaciers are melting, causing seawaters to rise, endangering not only polar bears, but also certain islands and their inhabitants. Hurricanes and cyclones are becoming more frequent and more destructive, the result of warming ocean waters. Attempts at a solution have been outlined, and research in this direction continues. That's a little reassuring. However, these approaches cannot easily alter certain aspects of our culture, which conditions us to destructive behaviors and practices in our habitat. We aspire, for example, to own the biggest and most luxurious houses and cars, without worrying about the impact of these possessions. Our environment is a victim of both this culture and the current system of exploitation of Earth's resources, which makes it a real hostage. This system must be changed. We need to change our behavior. Multinationals and the environment. Large multinational companies exploit and transform some of the world's natural resources: oil, gas, coal, precious metals, etc., causing a relatively high percentage of environmental damage. These exploitation and processing operations most often require enormous quantities of other resources, water, chemicals, constituting a double environmental problem. The first is the depletion of water resources, and the second relates to the toxic waste generated. As individuals, we can do nothing against these multinationals since they are mighty politically and economically. We can, however, as conscious citizens, join some very influential and effective pressure groups who have set themselves the task of forcing these companies to care a little and accept their responsibilities. Many of these multinationals have adopted environmental ethics that pressure groups force them to respect. It is imperative for us, at the individual level, to adopt certain practices if we want, in all conscience, to contribute to the rehabilitation and protection of the environment. Like multinationals, these practices can constitute our ecological modus vivendi. To this end, we must be imbued with specific facts. 1. All the inhabitants of our planet use its resources. They are therefore all polluters. We are because we use or generate pollutants such as plastic and glass bottles, bags, and other products made with wood, books, furniture, etc., food residues, wastewater, mineral waste, and organic matter, tires, etc. These pollutants contaminate the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the soil that produces our food. Furthermore, we all contribute to the warming of the Earth's surface, and consequently to the greenhouse effect each time we use a product containing carbon, gasoline in our cars, electricity in our homes, etc., or every time we travel by plane or boat. 2. Almost all products, except clean water and air, contain or produce pollutants. Since we have no alternatives, we must demonstrate intelligence, discipline, and wisdom by minimizing the use of these products. Resource preservation recycling. We must A. Hate waste and learn to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Thus, we kill two birds with one stone. We preserve resources while sparing the environment. B. Protect water sources. Water is a precious liquid. When we minimize its use, when we do not waste it, we preserve it. And as a result, we exert less pressure on aquifers, wells, watercourses, and rivers that we must tirelessly try to protect. Why not showers of 3 to 4 minutes instead of 8, the average? C. Protect trees, forests, and recycle. Trees and forests are critical elements of biodiversity. Apart from being actual carbon and oxygen sinks, they produce the wood that we use for many things: books, furniture, transport, energy, etc. Minimizing the use of wood is equivalent to preserving forests. Recycle paper, bags, newspapers, books, etc. as much as possible. Plant a tree as often as possible. D. Use less plastic and recycle. Thousands of tons of plastic pollute soils, seas, rivers, and streams yearly. Plastic contains certain chemical ingredients capable of being toxic. They affect specific natural processes in our habitat and their ability to adapt to climate change. Above all, it must be recycled. E. Save energy. The efficient use of energy, electricity, gas, oil, coal, burned wood, etc., can help reduce our carbon footprint and the greenhouse effect. This goal can be achieved by using efficient light bulbs, doing as few trips by car as possible, and getting used to walking or using a bicycle or public transportation. Haiti and climate change. With an ecosystem in a moribund state, Haiti is already highly vulnerable to natural disasters. Among the factors that contributed to this vulnerability, we should mention A. The uncontrolled demographic explosion and the rural exodus. B. The uncontrolled urbanization of coastal areas. C. Deforestation caused by the systematic felling of trees, which leads to drought, a drop in rainfall, and the depletion of rivers and aquifers. Scientific evidence suggests that disasters associated with climate change caused by the greenhouse effect will not spare Haiti. The average annual temperature across the country is anticipated to increase by 0.8 to 3 degrees by 2050. It is predicted that these temperature changes will be accompanied by a decrease in rainfall of around 6% by 20% before 2030, as well as more frequent and intense droughts and floods. Specific empirical observations tend to confirm these predictions. Residents of some rural areas, whose survival depends on agriculture, complain of periods of drought that last too long, relatively short rainy seasons, and more intense rainfall. Increases in temperature and the anticipated rise in seawater levels will lead to the disappearance of many coastal regions, a phenomenon already occurring in the Cayamitz Islets. They will cause the water in the aquifers to become saline. The country will face devastating hurricanes, cyclones, and storms more frequently. Remember Faye, Gustave, Hannah, Georges, etc. The economy of coastal areas, populations concentrated in low-lying regions, more vulnerable to flooding, and overpopulated slums will.
Wow, that was incredibly informative, my friends. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated, and your insight will always be welcome on board the Gigi Forever 29 train. I hope you, the 29ers, appreciate that episode. As Michel said, the Earth's ecological system consists of unique and interconnected systems that maintain a delicate balance essential for sustaining life. This balance is crucial to the sustainability of animal, plant, and aquatic life. It is truly a sine qua non condition for an undisturbed atmosphere capable of producing air and water and guaranteeing abundance and sustainability. As Gigi pointed out in a previous episode, the environment is a collective responsibility, and we are all in it together. This concludes today's episode. Please stay tuned for our next episode to explore this topic further. And if you enjoy our podcast, please support us by liking and subscribing. There's no obligation, and it's completely free. We genuinely appreciate your support. Remember to pray for world peace and strive to stay youthful, healthy, and happy. I wish you all the best next time. Goodbye.
Once again, thank you, Michel, for this fantastic environmental episode. To our fellow 29ers, we leave you with a beautiful song from the Empress of Haitian music, the undisputed legend and icon, the best that ever did it, the unforgettable Lumine Casimir, Haiti Warriors, Nous c'est Haiti. Enjoy.
Vive la paix, vive l'union.